Hello, it is hard to believe, but it's already April and spring is upon us, even though the weather doesn't always feel like it. So it is time for the April board report. First of all, we did have board elections and Mrs. Jill Essery, the incumbent, is coming back to serve another 6-year term. And we do have a new board member in Mr. Anthony J. Mondane. So they were both seated for their 6-year terms. As far as the board meeting goes, first of all, we did have consent agenda. We had bills totaling $12,735,000.91, and we also had the approval to let bids for nutrition services. This includes a wide range of goods such as general grocery items and food items, as well as cleaning materials. Under Superintendent's report, I did talk about a number of different items. First of all, MSIP 6. Currently, we are under MSIP 5 as far as our accreditation, and the state of Missouri is going to transition to MSIP 6. Right now, there's a lot of questions out there as far as what this is going to look like and what information each school district is going to have to provide. Unfortunately, there will be a very short turnaround, and we will transition to MSIP 7 in 3 years. Honestly, this has led to a lot of questions from school districts as well as a number of concerns. Also, under the superintendent's report, I did talk about the teacher retention incentive that we had. What this did, it paid $1,000 to teachers for a commitment to come back and teach in the ISD next year, and it was very, very successful. We had 1,003 eligible staff members, and of those staff members, 881 have signed the retention incentive. That's 87.8%. Under legislative items, it's going to be a crazy spring as we end the legislative session. There has not been a lot of movement on bills in the Senate up to this point. Mostly that's because there's a lot of disagreement regarding the congressional districts, whether it is a 7-1 map or a 6-2 map. When I say 7-1 or 6-2, that's the number of Republicans to Democrats. So because of that, there have not been a lot of bills that have moved, but there are a couple that are very important to education. First of all, House Bill 1552, that may end up being the omnibus bill. And omnibus education bills are massive bills that they throw a lot of different education items on. The reason I bring that up is because Senate Bill 648, and this deals with virtual education, and this is a bill that the ISD has been very concerned about the last 2 years. Well, Senate Bill 648 was put on 1552 as a substitute. So I did talk a little bit about that. And also, lastly, I did talk to the Board of Education about our COVID cases. Great news. As of last Friday, we only had 3 total cases within the ISD. Under new business, we did have the presentation of mental health services, and this is one of those things that we are very proud of here in the ISD, of all of the wraparound services that we have for students and staff related to mental health and their care for our students and staff. Item number 2 under new business was the approval of mental health services for students. We put an RFP out for this, and Lavelle and Associates was the winning bidder at $179,900, and this is going to be paid for out of ESSER funds. This grant will provide 3 additional therapists. It will be split at Fairmount and Cordy, as well as a therapist at Independence Academy, and then a split at Pioneer Ridge and Truman High School. Item number 3 was the approval of adjustments to the 2021-2022 school calendar. And obviously, we had a change last month so that we could give students and staff a full week of spring break. Unfortunately, the weather did not cooperate with us, so we have to bring back another calendar change. So what we will have moving forward is April 15th will now become a student attendance day, and May 31st will be a teacher work day. Overall, the reception from students and staff was very positive, and they very much appreciated a full week of spring break. Item number 4 was the approval of the appointment to the Jackson County Board of Equalization. This is something that is very important to the independent school district. Anytime that someone protests their taxes, that protest goes before the Board of Equalization. So each taxing entity, in this case the independent school district, gets to have a representative on that board to look at the valuations of the properties. Once again, I'm happy to say that Debbie Allen is going to be the representative for the ISD. Item number 5 is the approval of purchase of Acer computers, Chromebooks, and white glove service. The ISD will purchase 3,420 Acer Chromebooks totaling $1,048,264.20. And also included in that is what is called white glove service, and that costs $46,500. And what that is, before the computers come to the ISD, they're actually taken out of the box, they're prepped for us, packaged, and then sent to each school individually. The winning bidder on this was CDW, and that was part of a government contract. Item number 6 was the approval to purchase teacher laptops. We are purchasing 350 Dell laptops for a total of $348,250. Also included in this is 315 Belkin docking stations for $56,385. These computers and docking stations will go to our middle school teachers, and this is part of our replacement computer cycle that we do. Item number 7 was the approval to purchase smart interactive displays. The winning bidder for this was KCAV, totaling $860,713.26. And this is for 196 units. These are a little different than typical smart boards. They're going to look much more like touchscreen TVs that teachers will be able to use in their classroom. Item number 8 was the purchase of document cameras. The ISD will be purchasing 456 document cameras. The total for this bid was $119,827.68. And this will go in our middle school and our high school classrooms. And this is through a contract with Ed Plus. And much like the other purchases involving education technology, this will be paid for out of ESSER II and ESSER III funds. Item number 9 is the approval to accept a quote for furniture at Van Horn High School cafeteria expansion and remodel. The winning bidder on this was SSI Furnishings through the TIPS contract, and this totals $109,376.71. Item number 10 under new business was the approval to accept a bid for roof replacement at Truman High School. This is an area above the fax classroom and the cafeteria prep space. The winning bidder was Cornell Roofing at $589,000. Item number 11 under new business was the approval of bids for district's HVAC replacement. HVAC stands for heating, vacuum, and air conditioning. So we split this bid out, and the first winning bidder was Energy Tech Solutions for $1,636,642. And this is providing new HVAC equipment at Benton, Glendale, Ott, Proctor, Spring Branch, the Sunshine Center, and Sycamore Hills. And this is just for the installation, not for the equipment. In December, the Board of Education approved the purchase of the equipment. Bridger, IA, Luff, and Nowlin Middle School will also be getting updates to their HVAC. The winning bidder for this was Lippert at $961,444.30. And then lastly, at Bingham Middle School, Stanger Industries was the winning bidder for that work at $588,117. ESSER III dollars will be used for all of these projects. And again, just as a reminder, this is just for the installation, not the equipment. Back in December, the board approved equipment totaling $3.9 million for all of these jobs. Item number 12 is the approval to accept a proposal for the installation of automatic logic controls for district buildings. And what this is are all of the thermostats associated with the HVAC, as well as all of the computer programming that goes in, so that we have smart buildings that we can control everything remotely. The buildings getting the automated logic controls include Benton, Bingham, Bridger, Glendale, Independence Academy, Luff, Nowlin, Ott, Proctor, Spring Branch, Sycamore Hills, and the Sunshine Center, and this totals $511,601. Item 13 is the approval to accept the GMP, or Guaranteed Maximum Price, for the secured entry at Ott Elementary School. This totals $2,052,840, and I'm really excited about this project. It's going to completely change the front entrance to Ott. It'll make it much more accessible, and overall it'll just really beautify the building as well as providing a secured entry. And then lastly, under new business, is item 14, which is the declaration of land for surplus property to authorize it for sale. Currently, the ISD has some land close to Jackson Drive, which is by Little Blue Elementary School, and we have been contacted by a number of developers that would like to purchase the land for residential home development in that area. So as part of the process, the district first has to declare that this is surplus property, then we will list it with a real estate agent. So we are going to declare this property, which consists of 5.39 acres and 19.3 acres, for potential residential development. I know that's a number of items. We had a very busy school board meeting, but first of all, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who continue to be such a wonderful partner with the school district. We've had a great year so far. Certainly springtime gets very busy with all of the spring activities, and now we're approaching graduation time. But again, thank you everyone for your support, and have a great April.